All right. Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, I want to see my dogs. I wanna see it. That was months. That's 6 months. They don't even look like. Man. As you can see on the screen, um, that is the Charlotte seminar coming up on January the 7th. We'll be talking about Religious Unincorporated Association. This is just 1041, 1099. That's important because we coming up on January. It's time to process those 1099. This is the time. All that other stuff, this is the time. January is the month. Process the 1099. National passport process, organizing your state. We just make sure you guys can hear me loud and clear. Send me a text. I'm also broadcasting on Telegram and on YouTube, so you can see me on YouTube. I'm trying to see. I want to share this link. I don't know. What I'm doing. I don't know. How to, I don't know how to share it while I'm live. You know what? Else yeah. So I don't know how to share it while I'm live. Just go up, look at Church of Infinite Abundance. If you want to get on Telegram, you want to share your thoughts, what I'm going to talk about this evening. Let me. Oh, I have. So, I don't know. Loud for me. I don't know if it's loud for you. It's loud for me. The new year's upon us. It's here. Somebody said he hasn't figured out how to do it on Telegram. Okay, discipleship. The new year's upon us. I mean, December 31st is Saturday, just a few days away. We are going to be doing the prosperity ritual. I already had it up there. There it is right there. Go to akimel.com. All of the details is there. Just to run down the quick things you need to have. You need to have a brown paper bag, a pencil, and your intentions for the incoming year of 2023. Have that ready. akimel.com. The link is in the description of this broadcast. I'll just put it here. The link is in the description. So we're going to be getting together. We're going to write down those things that we want, and we're going to burn it at the stroke of midnight. And every year it's a success. It's successful. People are getting what they want, what they say they want. They're getting into the feeling of it. Very positive event. It's a practice that started when I had other Hindsight members with me when they were all part of the group. We did it. We started it off that way, and then I just carried on the tradition. It's not my original idea. Just want to say, but I thought it was a good idea. It was called the money ritual. I call it the prosperity ritual because I wanted to be prosperous in everything, in money and love and peace, happiness, everything, friendship, business, prosperous in everything. So that's why I do it. And I'm looking forward to your family joining me. Hopefully I had some a couple and their son was here earlier. They were cleaning for me. They started a business cleaning. And we got to talking and I gave them some business tips. It's always good to see young folks, our folks out there just doing their thing, putting together a business and they're making it happen. They're just starting out. You can see they're still putting everything together, but they came in, they did an excellent job cleaning. Let me give them a shout out. Let me get the name right. The name of the business. I found them on Thumbtack. It's Thumbtack is an app that you use when you need stuff done. People who do different types of businesses. So Thumbtack. The name of the business called Mother's Nature's Cleaning Professionals. I think that's what it is. Mother Nature's Cleaning Professional Cleaner. Yeah, and the price was reasonable. They did an excellent job, I have to say. And I was telling them, having them come to clean my home wasn't about the cleaning. It was about saving me time so that I could do something else. I could clean my own home. We're well equipped to clean our own home. But if I can save time and practice or work on my other business, I'm going to pay someone else to do those things for me. Have them come in every couple of weeks to clean. I've been doing that for years. When I moved to Chapel Hill, I kind of haven't found anybody that I can use, but I'm going to continue to use them and seed life into their business and help them grow through my participating and patronizing them. And plus, they were people of color, which is good to see because, most of the businesses, they're of other ethnic backgrounds. I don't have a problem with other ethnics, but I just want to support our people. They came in professional. They did the job. They did what they said they could do, was going to do. And so I'll see them again. Hopefully they're listening. Shouts out to you. You guys did a great job. What else? Money Ritual seminar I mentioned for January 7th in Charlotte. The address is right. Oh, it's not on there, but the address is get the flyer up. Flyer. Champaign, Illinois. I need Charlotte. I think it's 42838 Business Drive. But you go to akimel.com, it's there. I always do this. Never quite prepared to give out the address and all of that. So it's there. So what are we going to talk about tonight? I got the Telegram channel going, and right now on Telegram, there are 5 participants. I think most people are all either on YouTube or on the Telegram. And I've started doing 7 days straight of broadcasting on Telegram, talking about manifesting what you want for the new year. For things you can do to make sure it happens. Like, for instance, I talked about writing stuff down every day. Right after we get off listening to me, go and write down and be dedicated to your mission, what you want to happen for the next day, and check those things off. Make sure you do that every day. What you're doing is reprogramming yourself for success. Your programming is when you write it down, it gets etched into your consciousness. Remember when you back in the day, I don't know, they don't do that no more. When you get in trouble, I will not get in trouble anymore. I will not do that. You had to write it over and over and over again. Well, I'm telling you to write down what you want good to happen for your life. You know, on a daily basis, get into habit. The things you want to do, whether it be you want to write down things like I want to read a book. I got a task I should have finished months ago. I'm gonna work on that. Or I want to earn a certain amount of money in a day. That's what I was sharing with the couple. Once y'all write down how much y'all money y'all want to make in one day. Write that down. Put it in your mind. Then we talked about, hey, I want to automate my business where I can get other people to do it. And I'll just pay them to come do the work. See, write things like that down. Well, if you want to have a better relationship with your husband or your wife, write that down. I was listening to someone today talk about how they wanted to divorce their husband because they don't have the same mindset as them as going to get it and making a lot of money. Apparently, she was making all of the money. He's disabled, things like that. And I just was listening. My spirit said not to interfere or even try to give any counsel on that. I just was listening. But I was like, wow. People are leaving relationships simply because the other person doesn't have the same mindset as them. They want someone just like them. You're not going to get that. You're never going to get someone to be just like you. You're never going to get some. Instead of looking at, now one time did I hear this person say anything good about the person they married and decided to make a life with. I didn't hear this. And I was thinking, man, am I like that? Do I do that? I was thinking that. Like, is this how I can sound? We have and think about what we say. We kind of bring out these realities through the things we say. And I notice I've deliberately been careful about things that I say and do, and then I see different results. So I could see right away who the issue was. The issue wasn't the other person. The issue was the person I was talking with, because they had an issue with someone else. And they never talked about how they were the issue, where they can improve. See, when we come off and we say things like, because someone is not as driven as you are, we kind of say we're better than them in that way. And that could be, we could be presumptuous, or we could be what you call judgmental. But, and I ask myself, do I want somebody exactly like me? Oh, hell no. I know I'm a lot to tolerate. So would I want to tolerate me on a daily basis, someone just like me? Oh, that wouldn't work. I know that. I have to be honest with myself. You want someone that you can enjoy your time with. And if you can just enjoy your time, yeah, you're gonna get into disagreements and things like that. But you have to realize that you're never going to check off all the boxes that you have in your head. That's never going to happen. But if you can get the person just halfway work with you and deal with you, you got something. I know my wife be having a lot to deal with me. I'm a handful. More than a handful at times. But anyway, what are we going to talk about? Here we go. My book, Health, joy, and prosperity for you. Reverend Ike, Science of Living Study Guide. And we're going to be in chapter 42. And we're going to talk about talents. Because a lot of you got talents. And you're not exploiting those talents. You're not using those talents. You're not, let's see, what am I doing here? You're not using them. You're not doing anything. You got things that you are very gifted at. I don't know what it is you do. You know what they are. You're not making use of them. And that's a shame that you're using your God-given gifts and you're stuck in jobs that you don't love or like. You're only doing them because you have to. You're only doing them because you have bills you say you need to pay. That's the only reason why you're doing these jobs. Ooh, that was strong. You know, that's my spirit juice. If I can get these messages out. And that hit. Woo. You're only doing these jobs because you were told you had to do these jobs. You need a job so you can take care of yourself. No one ever told you you need to get your own business so you can create wealth for yourself, so you can create freedom for yourself. Think about it. The only reason why we want a lot of money is why? Because of the freedom it can give us in this society. But once you realize that you're already free, that you already have the abundance that you need, all the things that you need, then guess what? The wealth comes. When you appreciate everything that you have now, you make room for more. Some of us are not getting what we want because we don't appreciate what we have. You're not getting the good relationship that you want because you're not appreciating what you already have. Simply because you lack the capacity to realize that you are already gifted with everything that you're supposed to have. And just being thankful that you get up every day and you have your health and the money that you do have, being thankful for that. Because that's how you're going to grow it. You got to be thankful for whatever you have at this moment in time. Just be thankful. I'm thankful. And then I'll make room for more. I notice when I'm not being thankful, that's when my money starts to slow down. But when I start being grateful, thankful, and generous, giving without expecting anything, guess what? The money just starts flowing. The floodgates open up. The currency starts to just keep flowing. So here it is. It says you have multi-million dollar talents. You have multi-million dollar talents. I am the Lord thy God who teaches you to profit, who leads you by the way that you should go. Isaiah chapter 48:17. A science of living principle. The infinite mind of God, which is within you, provides you with an infinite variety of ideas and talent. It is up to you to open your mind and accept these ideas, and it is up to you to receive them. Many people think that in order to improve themselves financially, they have to start with some grandiose scheme with plenty of financial backing. That is such a false belief. You don't need a lot of money to start a business. You just need to start a business. Whatever resources you have at the time, just start. Just get it going. Another thing, a lot of people don't start with good ideas is because they're worried about how people are going to look at them. They're ashamed to ask people for their business. They're ashamed to even ask for the payment for their business. When somebody say, "Oh, how much it costs?" They start stuttering. Nah, if you believe you're worth it, you say it. You know what I liked about the couple that came here? They came, they worked together, and that's rare. You know, you see a couple come in and working. Usually, in the other cleaners I have, it was just the wife would come in with her workers, whoever she had working with would clean. And I think the last cleaning when I had my other house, the husband came, but um, to help out, to help do the final cleaning. But they worked together, and I asked about the money. I said, "Well, how much do I owe you?" And he was breaking, and then they broke down. He broke down the price. He took the lead on that. He broke down the price. Okay, this is what it is. Blah blah blah. And I paid them. And he was confident in what he said. He wasn't trying to be, looking down or ashamed of what he was asking. And so many times I've done business with people, and they'll be like, "Well, is that fair enough?" Like they'll say, "Well, it's $100, and is that okay?" See, that's not having confidence in your business. That's not having confidence in your talents, and that pushes business away from you. So, you can in any business you can get whatever you're asking for as long as you have something somebody wants and you have confidence in yourself. People out here getting tens of thousands of dollars for stuff that can't do anything for you, and people pay it. All right. My mic muted for some reason. I don't know why. I didn't hit the button. All right. Anyway, messing with my mic. They don't want y'all getting this mind sight. Let me keep going. But I want you to think for a moment about the beginnings of the financially successful people you have read about in the tycoons of industry and business. Most industries and businesses start with just an idea, an individual who had enough faith in that idea to develop it. Some of you have talents and ideas that could also be the foundation of multi-million dollar operations. One of the basic premises of this ministry is that the presence and the power of God are within each of us. Remember that. The presence and the power of God is within each of you. When you accept the presence of God within you, you realize that the mind of God with its infinite ideas and creative power is also within you. Open your mind to the presence and power of God in you, and you will discover money-making ideas. Open your mind to accept the God in you, and you will be surprised what wonderful things you will discover. You will find money-making ideas, right ideas coming to you from all directions. Even if these ideas seem simple and mundane to the conscious mind, they have the potential to make you rich. Think about it. Think about the idea of somebody taking water and put it in a bottle 40 years ago. People would have laughed at that 50 years ago. Now, bottled water is everywhere. I remember when that first idea came up, I remember people mocking it. Bottled water, I'm not paying for no bottled water. Yeah, I see it when it first hit the market. I'm not paying for it, but they advertised enough, and now everybody buys bottled water. Some time ago, a man had the idea to sell peanuts and cold drinks at baseball games. And if you've been to a baseball game recently, you know how these types of businesses are prospering. Some of the great restaurant chains and some of the large hotel chains also had small beginnings. For instance, the Marriott Corporation, a multi-billion-dollar corporation, started as a summer root beer stand at a baseball stadium. And look at it now. That's very important. I'm going to read that again. The Marriott Corporation, a multi-billion-dollar corporation, started as a summer root beer stand at a baseball stadium, and look at it now. Now, this was written many years ago. Think about that. It started off as a root beer stand at a baseball stadium. And now it's a multinational, international hotel chain. Think about that. Like, let me use a couple, for example, that came to my home today. They're starting off as a cleaning business. But if they keep using their God-given talents and they realize the God working within them and they stay focused on their mission, if they stay focused on just being successful in their business, other business opportunities will open up to them, and what started off as a cleaning business may end up as some other form of a multinational, international business. I always tell people, I try to tell them, I said, listen, this is just the start. Don't get so caught up in saying, all I want to do is cleaning people's houses. You're doing this to get yourself primed for the real work, the real business that you're going to have. See, that root beer stand that Marriott started all those years ago was the primer for their hotel business. It was just getting them used to being in business, getting them in the field, the energy of working for themselves and creating a international business. A root beer station at a baseball game. Who would have thought? So many people get into business and they stuck with that one idea. And guess what? When trends change, their business closes down. See it all the time. People I've cut here. Oh, I remember I had a customer. He had a talent agency where he'd find engineers for different corporations. And then the 2008 bubble, blah blah blah. That they killed his business. But he didn't do anything else. He just decided to retire. But possibly he could have turned that into something else. As the trend changed, he could have took the money he had made off of that business and took it into another business. See, don't get stuck into thinking that this one idea is it. It's just the start. It's the opening. It's the doorway to many doorways of success. What is that? Oh, let me find this. Let me get this. This should bring the point that I'm trying to make home. You know I'm going to the Bible, right? Y'all know that. It says, my father's house has many rooms. If that were not so, would I have told you that I am going there to prepare a place for you? That says there's many opportunity, many rooms, many businesses, many businesses for you to start. So you may start one way, end up the other. Like me, I could say I lived that out. I started off owning barbershops. I started off as a barber. Then I started off as the owner of a couple of barbershops. Then from there, I went into the cable industry, satellite business, and now I'm doing this. And now I do a trucking business. I have a car dealership. I'm trying to work many things at the same time. And guess what? All it takes is one business to really take you to the next level. It just takes one. But you got to work them. You got to be consistent. All right? Let's finish. Henry Ford built his first gas engine out of scrap material that cost about $1. So he didn't take much money to start that first engine, Henry Ford, about $1. You have an area of expertise. God has given every person some talent, some area of expertise. There is no person whom God has forgotten, but it is up to the individual to accept God within and let his area of expertise be revealed to him. That is right. You have an area of expertise. You have one. That is very important, and that other people would want to understand or get to know what it is. You could help people with your area of expertise. There's nothing too simple. So many times I see people playing their talents down. They don't see what they do as a talent, as anything special. And they don't move forward in it. I see it all the time. And I try to say, hey, you know, you could do something with this. They won't do it. Why? Why won't they do it? Because they don't have the one ingredient that they need. They don't believe in the divine, their own divinity, and they don't believe that God is in them, that God works through them. That's where it all starts. It starts from within. They don't believe. They believe in the external success. They believe the education, going to school and getting the validation. I have a degree and this is going to get me recognized as successful. That's one of the biggest downfalls of college degrees today. People think that degree is the success. And the success is only the compliment. Hey, you got your degree, you went to school. That's it. But your bank account don't represent anything. You got a piece of paper and you're getting patted on the back for stacking up thousands upon thousands of dollars of student loans. You got that accolade. Hey, you got your student loan. Yeah, you got your degree. Yeah, you did something. Yeah, you did something. You put yourself in debt for 20, sometimes 30 years of your life. And you got to work that off by working for a corporation that's only going to pay you enough to afford a place to stay, but it'll never be the place that's next door to them. Yeah. Paying you like a second-class citizen. That's what you did with your talents. You threw your talents away like that slave that the master gave him a talent and he didn't multiply it and he put it away to do something else. That's what happens. That's what most people are doing today. And I don't care how much you're making. You can make a lot of money, but if you have a boss, you have a job, you have to do exactly what that job wants you to. As soon as you go off script, they're going to find somebody else to do that job. But when you have your own, you build your own empire, your own multi-million-dollar business, the only person that can fire you is you. Only way you'll lose out is if you stop working your business. You stop paying attention to details. You stop working your talent. That's it. Whenever you work within the God within you, when you work within that talent, you will always have abundance. You work with the power that you were given. That divine energy, that divine spirit, the divinity within, you will never lack. You will always have abundance and you will know it. There won't be any second guessing. There won't be worrying about whether you're going to pay a bill or not. Are you going to be able to pay your car insurance? You're going to put gas in your car. Since I've been working within the talents that God has instilled in me and allow God to work through me, I have never had to the problem of worrying about putting gas, paying my bills, taking care of my responsibilities, vacations. It comes with ease. I remember my son said to me, he said, "Man, you do this thing with just such ease." And I tried to instill in him what I was talking about, and he didn't get it. I know it's a knowing. When you know, there is no effort in knowing. There is no breaking your neck in knowing. You know it's going to happen. You know things are going to take place. You feel it. You know it. You just sit back and you receive. You just sit back and it comes. It just falls in your lap. Literally. It's that easy. But it gets so hard when your mind is not connected on the vibration of success. One of my favorite money-making success stories is of Colonel Sanders. He learned to fry chicken. That was his area of expertise. That was his forte. I just love the story of Colonel Sanders' success. He dropped out of school when he was in the 6th grade. He was wiped out of one business when he was 65 years old. And then with only $105 Social Security check, he took his talent at frying chicken and built a multi-million-dollar food franchise. Now, this is a message to all of those people who know how to cook really well. Man, I got a friend, he can cook. He made the best chocolate chip cake that I've ever tasted in all of my 53 years of living. That's a talent. And he could turn that into a multi-million-dollar business. He can do that. That is a gift that he worked at. He worked at that gift. A lot of people say, oh, it's a gift. The gift is you worked at it and you developed it. You coached it. Now you cultivated it. Now he can sell that. He could have sold that, took that cake and sold it, and people would have paid him $5. Some place would charge $10 a slice. You go to Cheesecake Factory, damn, they're charging $10 a slice for a piece of cheesecake. One piece. And I'm gonna tell you, that cake had nothing on what they selling. I mean, his cake, the cheesecake had nothing on what he was serving. See what I'm talking about? When we don't work within our talents, we allow these other businesses to service their talents that ain't really hitting on nothing. We go out and eat food all the time and we don't like it and we pay for it. But then you go to your friend's house and be like, man, this is eating, this is good. Why ain't they working at that, cultivating that talent, monetizing the talent? They don't see the vision. Okay. I know some people who can out fry Colonel Sanders chicken every time. And I want to ask them, why aren't you rich? Many people can fry chicken, but they find some excuse to blame for their failure. Maybe they say, well, I don't have an education. Now what? Now what that has to do with being successful at frying chicken? I don't know. You see, people think of all the reasons why they can't succeed and prosper instead of opening their minds to success and recognizing the money-making ideas and talents already within them. They say, I don't have enough money to start a business, or I don't know how to develop this idea. They talk themselves out of their good ideas. They talk themselves out of their success and their prosperity. I see that all the time. People talking about, well, it's too much. I got to do this. Oh, man, I got to get this pot. I got to, all kind of excuses. You can go buy a big bag of chicken, fry that sucker up. I'm giving an idea right now. Fry that chicken up, or however you want to take it. The best places to kick off if you're in the food industry or want to get into the food industry and selling food, one of the best ways to start it off is go around to all the barbershops and beauty salons and give them samples of your food. There was a guy when I was in Columbia, South Carolina, cutting hair. I had a shop, and how he sold his plate was he would come in with samples. He said, "Here, taste this." He'd give you a spoonful of whatever he was serving. You take that spoonful, and you say, "Give me that." And he was selling them at that time. I think it was like $10 a plate, and that included a drink in a roll or a muffin, something like that. And he would drive around to every shop and do that. People who was on the fence about tasting it, yeah, well, try it out, see if you like it. Boom. They take that almost. I have never seen anybody deny his food after they took that one bite. That was his marketing routine. Now, did he have a fancy food truck when he did it? No, he was doing this out of a Ford Explorer. At the back, he hooked it up where he had heaters back there. He hooked that up, and he opened that thing up. Come in here, I got plates of food. And then you'd be like, I don't know about that. I don't know about your cooking. You kind of hesitate. He said, well, here, just try it. Come here, take a spoonful. What you want to try? Tell me which one. And you say, I'll try that. Boom. Put that in your mouth. You're going to buy it. Now, I offered that to a buddy of mine. I said, listen, you want to kick this thing off? You cook it. We drive around. I'll help you even advertise. I'll go in there and push it yourself. We just do that. And you don't have to do it every day of the week. You do it on the busy days. Fridays and Saturdays. Start out just 1 or 2 days out of the week. Why? Because barbers and hairdressers don't have time to go and get lunch because they're working their butt off, because that's when everybody show up to get their stuff, their hair done. All they have time is to steal a bite between hairdos. Yeah. Worked in barber. I've been licensed barber since 1995. Okay? So if you're in the hair business, I just gave you game on how to start your if you're in the food business, you want to get into the food business, I just gave you game on how to get started. Very easy and simple way. And if your food's good, that's all you got to do is be good. People are going to repeat business. And when he came, first time he came to my shop, I kept calling him. Hey, come on through. Bring some plates. And then not only was he selling to us, he was selling it to customers who were taking plates home, on a Saturday afternoon, sitting in the barbershop. And you're thinking about what to eat for the family. I even done it myself. Hey, I'm just gonna bring. Hey, give me a few plates, and I'm taking that home. That's what we having for dinner, instead of going out to eat or having to cook. I sure miss them days. I wish I could find somebody that do that now. But anyway, so there's no excuses out there why you can't make it happen for yourself when it comes to the business. There's no excuses. Oh, I might fail at it. You probably will at first. It's a prerequisite to success. You will make mistakes. There will be problems. Those problems come because it's teaching you how to run a business, what to do and what not to do. It's teaching you. Those are lessons. Okay? Where we got it? Many times we scorn the simple talents and simple abilities that we have. We discount ourselves. This is why I keep reminding you of the presence and power of God within you. The presence of God, through the presence and the power of God within you, you have money-making ideas, talents that can make you rich. The mind of God in you is always giving you new ideas, wonderful ideas, right ideas that can make you successful. Open your mind to the divine mind within. Accept the ideas which the infinite has to offer. Have faith in yourself, and you can't lose. Once you have an idea, don't ask how it will come about. It would be a cruel and unkind God to give you the ability to form ideas and at the same time withhold from you the ways and means to bring your ideas into manifestation. When you believe in and trust in God in you, you will discover the ways and means, the modus operandi to achieve what your mind has conceived. Thanks to God in you, the idea and the means are already within you. It's up to you to accept these right ideas and use them positively and correctly. Things to think on. Keep a notebook with you at all times, and every time an idea comes to you, jot it down. Frequently review these ideas to see how you can turn them into money making ideas. Make a list in this notebook of the types of things you do best. Do you have any hidden talents? Do you have any hidden talents? Don't be modest. Analyze your abilities. What talents do you have that you can develop into a money making operation? Also, skipped over something too in this chapter. Let me go back to it. Amos's cookies. There's a young black man in Los Angeles. This is written many years ago, who is making a fortune baking cookies. He makes all kinds of cookies. He used to bake cookies for his friends and take them in with him wherever he went. When he visited his friends, he would take them his cookies to sample. And his cookies were so good that his friends had him making more and more cookies. Then the idea hit him. Hey, I'll put this on the market. This story reminds me of my daughter. They wanted to go to her friends wanted to go to the mall. They was going to the mall, and she baked brownies for everyone. She likes baking things. She baked something last night. Didn't turn out the way she wanted it to. But I already see where that's going. She loves to bake. She wants to bake stuff. So this kind of reminded me of her. That might be her talent. Who knows? That might be, she might be one you'll see on TV baking. But she has this thing. She's always talking about baking something, and I don't even know if she realized that's something she loves to do. His cookies are so good that his business is flourishing. He has been written up in the New York Times and a lot of other publications. Success stories like this really turn me on. So recently, I made a special trip over to his cookie shop. He told me how big stores like Bloomingdale's in New York, for example, are placing orders for his cookie. He ships his cookies all over the world, and anybody who tastes one of his cookies is hooked on them. You too have a multi-million dollar talents. You too have multi-million dollar ideas. I just wanted to read that section. See, you start with Colonel Sanders just frying chicken, then someone just baking cookies, and Famous Amos now they're in all of the stores. You can buy Famous Amos cookies. Of course, they probably don't taste the same as when he first started making them, because he sold the company. He made his millions. Now, why aren't you rich? Why don't you have a multi-million dollar business? Because it's simply because you're not exploring and exploiting your own talents? Could it simply be because you're doubting yourself, thinking you can't do it? I wanted to mention something. I'm trying to see how to frame this. I see people with all kinds of talents, but I'm going to focus on this one person that I see and deal with on a daily basis. It's my wife. She has a very good talent of decorating the home. Exceptional talent. The best I've ever seen. I've seen decorated places and stuff, homes. I've been in thousands of homes through cable and stuff. but she has a talent. And I've said it. I've said you have that's that there with that eye for detail and decorating the home. I tried it and I just don't have it. I could do a little bit. I just don't have that. But I can recognize it when I see it. And that's a business. Because some people just buy new homes and they just want they want it to look good, but they don't know how to put things together. You see? And then someone in the neighborhood suggested to her, "Hey, can you help me do my home? Because I think you I like the way you decorate." See, that's a business. That's how it starts. That's how multi-million-dollar businesses start. But sometimes we discount our talents as just we isolate them to ourselves. We keep them to ourselves. We become selfish. This is just for my home. Why not give it to the world? People coming home, wow, why are you only wanting to make your home look like that? You can make other people's home look like that and make money. Lots of it. Interior designers get lots and lots of money. And through interior design comes other business and opportunities. I just want to mention that. Because I've said it over, but then I think the light clicked on the other day because someone came to her outside of the family and mentioned it. See, those are talents. Like I mentioned my daughter, she likes to bake. She's working on her baking technique. She made something last night, she didn't have enough, she tried to mix something together and she threw it away, right? She threw it away. Now, I went downstairs looking for this thing that she made and she took the whole pan and threw it in the trash. Like it was still in the pan intact. What she don't know, y'all can laugh at me. I pulled the pan out and I took a sample of that cake, that piece. But it wasn't like nothing else would touch it. It was still kind of encased in the thing. And I ate a piece of it. I ain't ashamed to say it. And it tasted pretty good. She had mixed one sort of mixture with another, and she didn't think it. And that's another thing to talk about. Sometimes what we think is not good, what we are making because we don't believe in our talents, we don't think it's great. Other people see it as being great. Let someone else try it before you discount it. Let someone else tell you, how does that taste? How does that look? Let them, if you got an honest person, you can trust them, do that. Sometimes we do stuff and, oh, that's not it. Pfft, it's not working. Boom, and then throw it away. It didn't taste bad. I didn't tell her that I did that. I'm telling you guys. I'll tell her later. If she's listening, she might be listening. I don't know. But she probably not. Have you done that in your business? Have you done that in something that you did and you didn't think no one else would like, and you didn't give the world an opportunity to appreciate it, to tell you how they really felt about it? Sometimes your business, your multi-million-dollar idea stopped at you because you were too critical. You didn't allow yourself to make mistakes and allow someone else to critique it. Because sometimes we're just a little bit too hard on ourselves. You see? Sometimes we too embarrassed. Wow, I don't know. It's not good. Hey, you did a lot by just doing it. You did a lot. You know how many people are just sitting down still watching TV, doing all these other things and not really engaging or working within their talents? Just the fact that you decided to make a move and move forward. Don't stop now and just throw it away. I'm flowing right now. My last sip. Whew. Let's do an affirmation, affirmative treatment. And we're going to say this together. I'm going to take my time and read it so that you can keep up. Right here, right now, I acknowledge that the God presence within me is my infinite source of good ideas. I'll say it again. Try to say it with me. Right here and right now, I acknowledge that the God presence within me is my infinite source of good ideas. God in me gives me the ideas and the talent to make me successful in all that I endeavor. I'll say it again. God in me gives me the ideas and the talent to make me successful in all that I endeavor. Everything that I do, I prosper. Everything that I do prospers. You know what I'm going to do on this one? I want everybody to join in. Just some people here on Telegram, just a few of them. Oh, someone dropped off. They went to YouTube. I wanted them to kind of everybody read that with me. We only got a couple of people here. Let me see if they bold enough to do it with me. Louder. I'm opening up mics right now on Telegram. All right, if y'all can unmute yourself. I just want to do this one thing. Y'all don't have to read it all. Y'all want to unmute and join me on this next one. Or maybe the next couple of ones. When y'all ready, unmute you. That's I see Ahmed, I see Karen on. Hello? What happened here? Did we freeze up here? Oh, my wife's getting back on. Why isn't it? Okay, there we go. Allow to speak. My computer, see, they don't want y'all allowed to speak. All right. Beth, you can unmute your mic and you can read it with me. If nobody else will, I'll solicit support of my wife. Oh, Ahmed got his mic open. You muted yourself again, Beth. What happened? Maybe only one person can speak at a time? Oh, no. Unmute yourself. Ahmed, can you hear me? What is going on? It's malfunctioning, y'all. Hang on. Let me see something. Yeah, I can hear you. Hang on. I'm trying to get you to. It's not playing through my. Yeah, I can hear you, Ahmed. Yes. Hang on. Why is it not output road? It's playing through my speakers. Anyway, we're having some technical difficulties. Hang on. Yes, sir. I can hear you. Hang on. But it's not coming through the set. Hang on. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hang on. No, he can't hear me. Let's see. You know, my computer is acting up now all of a sudden. USB output. That's working. Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear Beth. I can hear everybody, but they can't hear me. Yo, it's like delayed. Seriously. Like I'm hearing them talking something I said a couple of minutes ago. I can hear them talk. You know what? Beth, join me on YouTube through StreamYard if you can. It's crazy. I'm gonna have to scratch that. We're gonna scratch that. All right, we just gonna mute them out. Wow. The technical difficulty. It's like something is freezing up my computer. All right. All right. Well, I'm just gonna finish this out. All right. Here we go. Yo, it was like a 2 minute delay there, and I apologize, people on YouTube, if we haven't y'all seeing that. Yeah, I'm repeating with you. Okay, here we go. We're gonna do it. If y'all, I wanted to try to get everybody to do it, hear their voices, but for some reason, it was not kicking through to my computer, through my system, which is I don't get it. Why it's doing that? Um, but here we go. The last couple. Everything I do prospers. Say that in your home if you can hear me. Everything I do prospers. God in me acts through me, in me, and as me to bring my good ideas into creation. God in me acts through me, in me, and as me to bring my good ideas into creation. I have multi-million-dollar talents. I have multi-million-dollar talents. I have multi-million-dollar ideas. I have multi-million-dollar ideas. Thank you, Father. Thank you, God in me. And there you have it. I'm sorry, I really tried to get everybody in to chime in, but it was a serious delay. Like when I could hear myself coming back with a thing, and it's crazy. Sorry about that. Those of you on Telegram who was trying to do it. Let me see if I can. I bet you it'll work now. I'm unmuting my wife's mic. Loud to speak. All right. I'll unmute you there.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
Right. When I was trying to do the affirmations, y'all couldn't hear me. It's crazy. Now,
I can
wow.
hear, I heard Ahmed.
Right. It was, and the thing is, it's this whole thing is not even, um, let's see something. Maybe it's something here. Hang on. Settings. It's all set to speakers, broadcaster. I don't know why.
So when I speak, can they also
They can't hear you because it's for some reason it's playing through my computer speakers and
oh,
not playing through. Let me switch it up. Hang on. Oh, not playing through my board here. Like I can hear you through this, but they can't hear you. I'm
oh,
I'm trying to. It's set to my Rodecaster Pro, but for some reason it's not playing correctly. I got it set to, let's see, done. I'm going to try something. Give me a second. I'll be right back. All right. Is that working? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Now it's playing through my pro now. Now everybody can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't doing that before. Yeah. All right. Now it's just working. It was like what I had to do was shut it all down and come back.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. It's weird. Anyway, what did you think?
I thought it was good. I was repeating your affirmation.
Cool.
I was actually trying to write it down, but
Want to write it down? Well, I have the book, so
okay. Yeah, that's right.
always write it down. And plus this is being recorded. So what are you gonna do about that interior decorating thing?
Hold
Did
on.
you hear that part? What's going on? Everything all right? Did we lose her? She muted again. Unmute yourself. You muted yourself.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. You were asking me about
The interior decorating, interior design.
what were you asking me about it?
You didn't hear what I said about when I talked about it?
I must have missed that part because I was going back and forth. I was trying to.
Okay, you missed that part. So you have to go back and listen to what I said about that.
Okay. Sorry.
All right. Well, I'm done for this evening. It's 8:18. Remember, we got the seminar coming up on January the 7th in Charlotte, North Carolina. All of the details is at ikemail.com, and we have the main event coming up on December the 31st, 11 p.m. Eastern time, the Prosperity Ritual. All the details is at ikemail.com also. So, I hope everybody can join in. And with that being said, I want everybody to have peace, purity, and extreme wealth to you and your family.
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. Sometimes I feel like all is lost, but I know it's not true. I wanna put up all my walls cause I'm not in the mood, but then I cut myself off from the rest of the room. I know that time can heal it all if you're patient, and soon it can all be worth it, all the searching. Pain is never really permanent, but damn it hurts, man. I could feel all of the turbulence and it's concerning. I've been searching for a purpose, I hope it's worth it. This society is really trying me. Ain't no hide and seek, I hide to be far from anxiety. I need my space, I need my privacy. I need some silence, please, you're all too loud. You don't speak quietly, opinions violently thrown across every surface. It makes me nervous, is the world honestly burning? That's all I'm learning. Hope that we can make a turn and start reversing all our minds and put the work in. We got some work, man. I what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. Gotta get through this, life is a nuisance, tie up some loose ends. I try to be human, find a solution, my evolution. A place like this, it didn't exist, we made it like this. So you can go pick the bad or the good, got a glass half wish. I know, it's easier to hide than just to lay low. Not everyone in life has got a halo. I'm standing in the red inside a payphone. Just wanna break, no, I'm not gonna give in. Take a last shot, Michael J. Win. No, I'm not a robot, I'm in my own skin. Never get lost when thoughts pull you in. I miss the old you, we died with a purpose. All the energy around me felt nervous, scared I would pop out fast to the surface. Had to cut it off before you made me worthless. Torn apart, I've been torn and scarred. I had a given art, but now I'm thinking smart. I'm keeping up my guard, I'm hiding every card. A royal flush of love, you never know what's hard. With a back to the mat, gonna see where I'm at. I'ma fight like I'm mad, I'm a piece of the net. They can never be me, nice try, but they'll see I achieve everything while they stay salty. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off.